This week's episode, we got good news. Hats, everything are up on the website right now, but just in time for Christmas. I know you won't get them for Christmas gifts, but we got these in stock. They're koozies with the Loud and Ugly emblem on them. We got black ones, and we got army green ones with black lettering on them. They're pretty sweet. So those will be up on the website. They'll be $5 a piece. Get yourself some swag, hat, shirt, beer koozies, stickers, whatever you want. Come on in here. We're gonna show you what we got cooking in the garage now. We've got two 56 Chevy gassers in the garage at the same time. This one's super bad, as you can tell. It actually says it right on it. This is our buddy Mike's. My dad's doing a little bit of work for him, getting motor and trans mounted up in this so that he can come racing with us this year. In Mike's Beast here, he's got some fiberglass front fenders. He's got a 426 Mopar in this, so that's something unique that you don't see too often in a 56 Chevy. But he's a Mopar guy, and he had this laying around, and that's what he's going to use. So my dad's actually got that mounted up in there. They just got a new radiator. They're going to work on getting some stuff dialed in on that. But it's coming in to be done around the same time Cal's is. So it's going to be exciting to have two 56 Chevy gassers running around Fenton here. That's our hometown, so it'll be cool this summer to cruise them together. With my truck too, hopefully we'll be able to get it out on the street a little bit more when I figure out the cooling issues. Well, in the past few videos, you've seen that we've just been kind of dialing in the small things. So we're down to a lot of wiring here. We've got to wire up pretty much everything from the battery box in the trunk all the way forward to a switch panel, to headlights, taillights, electric fans, roll control, ignition system, everything. So that's really boring, and I didn't want to do a whole video of us just sitting here twisting wires. So we're going to try to shoot to have this thing running by the end of 2023. So it's Christmas, so it's going to be just a few days here to get this dialed in, and hopefully we can have it running. Maybe even be able to get these brake lines finished up on here and back it out, or maybe zoom it up and down the street a couple times. With the timeline of these two builds getting done right around the same time, same weeks, we better see a race out of these two. I think Cal and Mike are going to have to take these up to Lapeer Dragway this summer and run them. Even though we got a 350 small block in this, and Mike's running the 426 Mopar, I think it'll just be cool to get these two rustic, kind of old school builds up to the track and running at the same time. So I'm going to turn it over to my dad here. He's going to tell you a little bit about what he's done to Mike's car that we kind of replicated off of Cal's 56 build.
The last race of the year that we were down at Milan with Travis's Loud and Ugly truck, we had a swap meet, and they had all kinds of cool stuff going on. A friend of mine was down there, and he come running over and said, "Hey Mark, go check out this 56 Chevy in the swap meet." And now it's here in the garage, of course, because he had to have it, and I see why. It was pretty cool. It's got some history to it. It looks like it was probably built back in the 60s as a race car. It didn't have any type of rear shocks that were worthy of the suspension that somebody had built on here. So we put a bar in it like we did on Cal's 56 Chevy. So we had a place to mount it. Otherwise, the original shocks mounted through the trunk floor, and that's just not strong enough for what we're doing. I ended up buying these shock mounts instead of making them this time, and we just put some gussets and some tabs up here to mount them, and it came out pretty good. It sets exactly where we want it. We set that, like earlier Travis said, we set that Chrysler engine in here and a 727 torque flight transmission. Had to build a cross member. Then we decided we wanted a drive shaft loop, of course, too, for safety, so we built that. And we're just going to get all this thing running and driving for him. We put some motor mounts up here in the front too. If you can see from this angle, they look pretty cool. Kind of similar to what's in Kelvin's 56 also. Everything's got to be finish welded, of course. We're going to make some fish plates where somebody tied the frame together. I didn't do any of this work, so I wanted to make sure that it was going to be plenty strong for what we're doing. We don't want it to come apart. Somebody did do some extra bracing here, which is good. Just looking it over, and we're going to get this thing going for them, and hopefully we'll be out racing both of these cars together, or just even cruising them up into town is going to be cool because they're both 56 Chevys.
So now that you've seen Mike's 56, you know what Cal's needs done to it. We got this giant list here. For a Christmas gift to you guys, I'm hoping that we can provide our next video is Cal's 56 firing up. Whether it be if we get to drive it down the road or not, who cares, but just to hear this engine running inside of Cal's 56. He named it Gassed Out. He does have an Instagram page for this too, so check that out. But to hear that engine rumbling in here will probably set his little heart on fire and get him out here working on this a little bit more. So fingers crossed. You guys have a Merry Christmas. Make sure to hop on the website. Sorry I didn't have everything ready for Christmas time so you can buy Christmas gifts, but it's up there now. Enjoy, and we'll catch you guys next time.